see, the only way I see this going wrong for Prague is if there was like a one move blunder, walking into a
Yeah,
fork,
agreed.
walking into something where a piece is hanging. And it does happen.
It does happen.
We've seen it happen with the very best in the world. As long as there's a knight in the position, it remains tricky. So Prague trying to get rid of that knight.
Yeah, and Prague's, I think, going to go for a setup with a bishop on g5 here. And this is quite wise when you've got no time, right? You just want to try to keep your bishop controlling that knight. If you look at the bishop, it's stopping the knight from moving anyway because you take the knight. If you can remove these two pieces, you shake hands. The only try white has is to trick with the knight. So I love what he's done with the bishop, just controlling that knight. And there's a little bit of problems with his king on the back rank, but it shouldn't be a major issue.
And he stops king f5. Prague goes rook e5, attacking that knight on d5, so not allowing Fabi's king to march in through. And as you said, the bishop stops the knight from coming closer to black's king. So another route all the way. There is a threat on the board. A fork is being threatened.
It is a threat. And, you could make a mistake here, I feel, by allowing the white king to come in as well. So it's all credit to Fabiano in what looked like a pretty dead drawn position. He's making it tricky, and that's all you can do. You have to make it tricky and hope your opponent makes a mistake. With the king trapped on the back rank, it is nearer a checkmate position. Now the rook stopping the white knight coming in. Maybe he wants rook b7 in some positions and then get his king out. That's the last.
I think king d8. King d8 is a threat because black has ideas of rook d4 check, picking up the knight if white's rook loses contact with the white knight. So king d8, rook c6, king d7, ideas in the air as well. It's a bit of a trap that Prague has set up. Also notice how the bishop and the rook, the black bishop and the rook, really dominate white's knight. And the knight is struggling to come closer to the king side because of these two pieces. So really great defensive setup here by Prague. Yes. And the sip of water, the famous sip of water. Oh. You know when that happens.
You know, Simon, what that means?
That's bad news.
That is a confident sip. When you have the water like that, you're like, I've got this one in the bag. And Prague, he's feeling, I think, a little bit more relaxed now. You're right, though, that sip of water. And I just saw you having a sip of water as well, Tanya. So it's, it does mean you can relax a little bit. And surely now, something like rook here, get the king out of dodge would be one way to it. There's other moves as well. The time situation, I think he's pretty safe, right? I think he's got not too much to worry about here. He's just got to hold this and not blunder. Keep the knight out. Get your king to a safer square.
The key is just not to blunder. Yeah. In this position, precision is not required. You've got your perfect setup. You can move the rook along the fourth rank to any square. Rook c5, rook b5, rook a5. You can shuffle around with the king. Just as long as you don't walk into a fork, you're fine.
He's moving his king away from where his pawn is, but that should be okay because this knight, it can't go to c4 because rook e4 would win the knight. And he's just playing against the knight, isn't he? As you say, he's making sure this knight can't get back. This knight can't move anywhere.
Oh, now he can go rook e7, rook e8 and force a rook trade. Isn't that forcing a rook trade? He gives a check first and comes back.
Okay, well, this is also a good way of playing. And I loved your idea there because the rooks come off. That is, you just want to swap pieces off, take any danger out of position. Rook here and rook here. This was really clever. I liked it. I thought
that was a draw on the spot.
Very nice idea. Try to get the rooks off the board. And this is why maybe Fabiano has flicked this check in because he realizes rook's in a bad situation over there. And he's just trying everything. He's putting his rook on the other side now. Another attempt at keeping the game going here.
And he goes with the bishop, rook a7 played. He's put the bishop on e7. So now he's got his own ideas of going rook g5 check, and he's targeting that h5 pawn. Is Prague trying to win that h5 pawn now? And it's not an easy threat to combat. You give a check. Black simply steps up with the king to f7. And rook g5 is coming up.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, he's okay, well, a bit of repetition of positions there. But is there any tricks now with this pin here? The king comes back.
Oh, my God. Simon, I think that's it. Handshakes.
Have they
And
shaken hands?
history
They have.
is made in Baku as the 18-year-old Praggnanandhaa advances to the finals to fight against Magnus Carlsen for the FIDE World Cup. Fabiano Caruana will play against Abasov in the fight for the third place. What a moment this is for Praggnanandhaa. Taking down Hikaru Nakamura, taking down Arjun Argasi, and today he wins his match against the world number 3, Fabiano Caruana.
Wow. 18 years old. And he is now confirmed to be the third youngest ever player to be guaranteed a spot in the candidates, the way to become world champion.